Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there is emerging sad news of the passing on of a lawyer who was involved in the ICC trial, Mr. Paul Gicheru. And according to the information, Paul Gicheru had lunch. Then after that lunch, he was feeling unwell and he decided to go and sleep just to relax for some time. But later, the family discovered that he has taken long without waking up. And when they went to check on him, they found him emitting foam from his mouth. Again, his son too is another victim who has also been rushed to hospital with a suspicion of maybe poison. Now, for those who remember about the 2007 election violence, there are senior politicians in this country who were taken to Hague for trial at ICC against humanity. Of course, the former President Uhuru Kenyatta was on that list. The current President William Ruto was on the list. Another radio presenter, Sang, and others, they were on that list. And therefore, as this case was going on, Paul Gicheru was among the lawyers who were accused of violating the administration of justice by corruptly influencing witnesses in ICC proceedings. Because even some witnesses had claimed to have been approached to stop supporting the ICC case against these politicians. And according to ICC, Mr. Gicheru and other members of the common plan allegedly identified, located and contracted the witness, offered and paid them financially or other benefits, and threatened or intimidated them in order to induce them to withdraw as prosecution witness refused to or cease cooperating with the court.
Paul Gicheru is criminally responsible under Article 25(3)(a) as a direct co-perpetrator, or alternatively under Article 25(3)(b) for solicitation and or inducement of the crime of corruptly influencing a witness by paying witness P397 1 million Kenyan shillings and by offering to pay the witness 5 million Kenyan shillings in order to influence the witness to withdraw as a prosecution witness, committed from April 2013 to January 2014 and at Eldoret, Kenya.
So it means Gicheru as an individual was also facing charges at the ICC. Of course, at some point he declined to go, but later he voluntarily appeared before the ICC court. And that was, when was it? 2021 there. I think 2021 he appeared before Hague. He surrendered himself at the Hague in February 2022. Yeah, 2022 February, yeah. So the trial had to begin on February 15, 2022 with Mr. Gicheru pleading not guilty to all accounts. Alikuwa ameshakataa. So his trial had begun in February 15, 2022 with Mr. Gicheru pleading not guilty on all accounts. Mr. Gicheru closing statement were given on June 27, 2022. The court was intended to deliberate on the proceeding and make decision on conviction or acquittance. So this was a case that was going on, and they had to appear after kukataa. So ilikuwa aenda ajitetee, and then the court was to make their ruling whether to acquit him or to find him guilty. And that is the circumstance in which Paul Gicheru has died in, leaving an active case behind. Now, we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed, so my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our 10 subscribers and anyone who dropped comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Then I'm requesting you to give our video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, this Gicheru death is coming barely 2 months after Christopher Koech, also another key witness in the ICC case, who died under mysterious circumstances, because his body was just found lying next to his motorbike somewhere in Shibuli Market. Shibuli Market is in Kakamega County. And by the way, he was a teacher. So, one witness dying 2 months later, and then after that, the person who was accused of interfering with the witness dying 2 months by dying. So from the time when Christopher Koech died, it is 2 months. Now, Gicheru is dead later. And this is the man who was accused of interfering with the witness. If someone has agreed to take bribe, then you give. Those who have refused, you threaten them. So that either they can drop the proceeding or they can accept the bribe and then stop supporting ICC to get the witness. And you see, actually he died just days before to fly to Hague to testify on lawyer Paul Gicheru's ICC case. So it means he was supposed to go to Hague and testify to that case. But he met his death before he got there. So what is the motive of the death of Paul Gicheru? Of course, seemingly, the way they have discovered him is a man whom you can easily suggest or conclude that he has been poisoned. It means someone took his life. It wasn't natural, it wasn't out of sickness, but someone had intentionally to execute him, as simple as that. And if you follow the story from what he was doing and what he was facing, then you can easily link this issue, maybe, just maybe, because it's just allegation, to what he was facing at ICC. Remember, he's one man who had been accused of interfering with the witnesses. And therefore, if he was going to be fined, if he was going to be convicted in this case, that means maybe he could decide to become maybe cooperate with the court and become a witness, so that he can now tell the court exactly what happened as far as the issue of interfering with those witnesses is concerned. So maybe those people who are using Gicheru, having been aware that now Gicheru has surrendered to the ICC and he need to report and answer to these charges, he can go to an extent of naming or explaining what happened. And with that, they can get out, maybe to reach out to some of these witnesses, and then they give them protection. Now, because as of now, this case had been terminated actually in 2016 for lack of enough evidence. And if they can get enough evidence, then they can revive the case. They can revive it. So, to make sure that you are killing this case completely, you totally deal with the people even whom were abetting you when you are trying to silence the witnesses and all those things. So once you deal with this person, of course you have already completely dealt with that case. So those who are still pending in the same ICC case might be acquitted, as simple as that. And that will be the end of that case. So there are so many things you can point into, because now it's bringing in the issue of politics, and then what accusation he was facing in the same court. So it means he was used even to intimidate some people. And you see some people died before going to witness on the trials that he was facing as an individual in that court. So we are going to wait and see the report that the police will come with. Of course, zingine mtu anaweza kufa tu, akuwa alikuwa na ugonjwa wa moyo ama wa sukari hivyo hivyo, alafu pia akaondokea tu maisha hivyo, na kwa sababu alikuwa na kesi mbele yake, people will take it the way I have said, that it is the case that he was facing that has made him to die because someone wanted to execute that death. But it can be also be a natural death that he has died, of course. Lakini wakati wanasema ya kwamba alikuwa anatoka na pofu kwa mdomo, then you end up saying that, or suspecting that someone was trying to kill him. So we wait and see after the body has gone through autopsy, and they will come out with a statement. And again, we're waiting to see the family, what they are going to issue in a press statement as far as that death is concerned, and we will come to update you here. I don't know what to think about that, but that is the update I heard as far as the issue of Gicheru and what he was facing is concerned. See you in our next video, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Now, I'm still thinking, maybe possibly in the morning at 6:30, we can do a premiere of the last trial that Paul Gicheru appeared before the ICC. It was live, so that you can also understand what happened during that time. You see him answering to some of the questions, and just live proceedings.